Me being someone who doesn't travel a lot, moving to Russia was very unusual for me and it happened very quick. And I heard about it in less than 3 weeks, and 3 weeks later, I'm in Moscow. And the first thing I wish I knew before I moved here, I mean, coming from a country like Nigeria where you're living in a hot country where the normal weather is between 25 degrees to 35 degrees, you would never know that the weather will have a very strong effect on you as a human being and on your mental health. Winter here is very depressing. Pretty sure everybody that lives in a foreign country where they have winter, relate to what I'm saying. It's very depressing. A lot of people would not know until you're living in this space where there is winter. Now, if you're living in a country where the weather is much more livable, if I can say that, or the weather is more bearable, whereby the winter is not like this, it's not very cold, and you mostly have a very normal weather. You don't even have coming from Nigeria, where my situation, my own winter in Nigeria is Hamatan. It's very very different. In winter here, the movement becomes very crazy. I'm going to put a video now for you to see. This is just winter in November. How people are trying to go to work as early as 8 a.m., 7 a.m. in the morning. Look at the crowd, look at the snow blocking people, so many accidents happening, lack of sun, so many things that will take your mental state to a very low point wherever you'll be questioning why you moved here in the first place. But really, winter in Russia is very depressing. I'm not just talking about Moscow. Moscow is cold, but there are even worse places that are colder than Moscow. This I can tell based on my experience living here so far, and I can tell you that you have to prepare for this. You have to get ready for this mentally as well to know that this can happen. And of course, if you have an opportunity to overcome it or avoid it, why not? Like, that will be very, very good for you. The second thing I wish I knew before moving to Russia is that people don't smile here that often. Russians don't smile. Everybody is always looking angry. Even when they're not angry, they just look very angry. If you go to the subway, you see people frowning their faces, going to work or coming back from work, walking on the streets, standing at the bus stops, eating at the mall. Everybody looks very angry. You think they're angry at you, but it's not really at you. Even to themselves, they have their face all frowned up and all of that. I wish I knew this. I mean, coming from a country like Nigeria, where people don't smile carelessly, but people also laugh. I feel like it has an effect on. I feel like the weather actually, the sunny weather kind of has an effect on how people keep their faces. I mean, I'm just saying based on my experiences. I'm Nigerian, and I'm from Nigeria. I've lived in Nigeria all my life before moving to Russia, and I can tell you that the weather has an effect on how people see things, how people react to life, how people react to situations. Based on the first thing I said, the winter is very depressing, and the second thing is that I feel like it affects the way people express themselves, at least facially. The impressions you see people on their phone looking very very angry. They don't just smile. If they don't know you, especially, they will not smile to you. They will only just frown their faces. It's like there's poker face and then there's a frowning face. But their poker face is the frowning face. It just looks like that. You can't hate them or you can't fault them for this. This is just who they are. The third thing I wish I knew, this is one of the craziest ones. I feel like if this could have avoided me so many stress and struggle at the airport, you don't need to bring anything. Just bring a lot of money. Like you don't need to bring unnecessary winter jacket from a country that is hot. And then you think you have a very good warm jacket for the cold country where you're going to, like Russia. Trust me, you do not need to bring anything. Just bring a lot of money. I did not know that if you have money, I mean, if you bring a lot of money, you can buy anything. They have literally everything you need: technology you need, clothes you need, the shoes you need, the winter jacket, the electronics, the food stuff. The craziest part is that they even have an African food stuff here. They have a Nigerian food stuff here. I did not know it was possible. I did not know it was happening. It's been happening years before I was here, and it's been like that. And it's been going on. It's been expanding ever since then, and different shops, multiple shops coming up, people opening more businesses. You don't need to bring anything. Basically, if you can just bring just your passport, your the little documents you need. If you're coming to work or you're coming to study, yeah, maybe the first food stuff you will bring so that you don't have to spend all that money. But apart from that, just bring money. You don't really need any other thing from your country. You can get everything you need from here. The technologies are amazing. When I first got here, I went to IKEA with my girlfriend. We got so many things that we needed. And like before IKEA even left Russia, there were so many things, so many other stores that are like IKEA where you can get so many technologies, household items that you need. It's just how it is. You don't need to struggle by carrying 1 million things, 1 million bags at the airport, trying to just move to Russia. Everything is here. Just bring a lot of money. The fourth reason is that women smoke as much as men do, or even more than men. I was shocked when I first saw this. In Nigeria, it's almost like an abomination for a lot of people. I mean, I don't like people being fake or hypocritical. But in Nigeria, when you're a woman and you smoke, especially on the streets, the way people judge you, oh my God, you you feel like you killed somebody. You feel like you did something very bad that cannot be accommodated in the environment, basically. So I did not know this was the situation here. I did not know this was a normal way of life here, whereby women smoke as much as men. If you go out on the streets, you see women standing outside smoking. A lot of women, much more than men. Men smoke, obviously. This is the normal trend that it's been on for ages. I feel like we do not bring up the fact that it's now common that women smoke as much as men. So here in Russia, women smoke as much as men. Young girls, older women. I've even seen kids that are below 18 smoking. Of course, it's everywhere. Kids doing mischievous things. But it's just how it is here. Women smoking a lot of the times. Like the way, and in Nigeria, I can say that all around. I don't think I've seen all my life. I don't think I've been in a public place. I've seen women. Of course, if you go to the clubs, in a different case. I don't go to the clubs in Nigeria. But in Nigeria, I think I've seen only like two women smoke in a public place in Nigeria. One is Nigerian. I think the second one is a white person. It's just that rare for me, and just that unusual for me to see. And coming here and seeing it, you will not be surprised. Don't be surprised by this. This is very normal here, near the metro, especially when you go to the subway. Before people enter the subway, they smoke cigarettes, they take their vapor, this electric shisha or whatever they call it. I don't take it, but I mean, I know the name, I just don't remember it now. But really, it's very common here. Do not be surprised by this. So, in whatever you're doing when you're moving to a new country, especially that does not speak your own language, make sure you learn the language to a very good level. I mean, of course, living in the country and learning the language is much easier, but before you come, make sure you practice, not just learn. Remember what I said? I said practice, not just read. No, yeah, Duolingo, an application like Duolingo, this is a free ad and a free other, and some other free apps that helps. They are very, very good. But if you can make a friend ahead of time before you come to Russia, it will be very, very good for you. Learning the language makes everything easier for you. It makes settling in easier for you. It makes feeding easier for you. It makes working easier for you. It makes studying easier for you. It makes visiting easier for you. It makes transportation easier for you. Like basically every area of life here. Learning the language and speaking the language just makes everything easier for you. So you need to focus on learning the language and not just studying and knowing so many words. When I first moved here, I made sure I was learning the language, learning so many words and trying to just cram. But I realized that for a very long time there was no progress. Every time I want to speak, I forget what I learned. But the day I finally decided to say, you know what, I'm not going to continue just reading and reading. I need to practice. So I started practicing and stopped reading. And trust me, my improvement has been expendable ever since then. It's been my progress has gone very well. I've improved a lot. I speak more. I even have some of my friends that don't speak to translate. Imagine me translating someone that did not know how. I'm not really good. I've not been really good with languages, even from Nigeria, but somehow I've been able to improve in Russian language because I decided to practice and stop just reading words, learning words, cramming words, thinking I'm trying to know the meaning. And because when I first moved here, I was only using Google Translator if I want to communicate in the street. I want to buy something, I want to ask the price of something, I have to stop and use Google Translator. Imagine if you did not have internet. It was very difficult, trust me, and very uncomfortable that you want to even ask somebody for help, or you're going somewhere and you don't know how to go about it. You stop somebody, you have to first type it. and then they will read it. It's a bit uncomfortable. Sometimes people are in a hurry, or sometimes people are going about their day, and you're trying to get help from them. It could be easier in something you could do in less than 15 seconds. You will have to do it for like 3 minutes, just because you have to translate to them in a way that they will understand. I don't think I've ever used Google Translator in Nigeria. I only probably checked online if I wanted to see the meaning of something or the translation of something from another language. But when I moved here, I had to download the Google Translation app. I had to download the Google Translation app because it was very helpful. Everything, basically, even when I had to receive money from Western Union from one of my auntie, I had to use Google Translator to translate to them at the Western Union office. It's just important. Basically, you have to start practicing the language. Try to get a friend. If you want to move to Russia now, for example, try to talk to somebody. Try to go to Russian pages. Try to download the Google application or Yandex application, the one that is very common here. Try to practice. Try to hear the sound of those words that you have been learning. Try to call people. Try to make mistakes. If you don't make mistakes, you will never learn. So you have to be able to make mistakes. You have to allow yourself to make mistakes and not be shy. A lot of Russians learn English in school, but they don't speak the English because they don't practice. So same thing with you, but the good thing for you is that you will be in their midst, so practicing will be a lot easier for you. So coming to Russia, I did not know this. So now I am aware and I'm able to tell you. Now I'm aware of this. Now I'm able to share with you this. If you want to visit Russia, if you want to visit a new country, you have to make sure you are not just learning the words of the language. You are practicing. Practicing is the fastest way to learn. Coming here as a football player and as a person, I suffered in the cold because I did not know that men wear leggings under their trousers in the cold. The sixth thing I wish I knew was that men wear leggings under their trousers. I am coming from a very hot country where we do not do that. I only wear leggings very rarely. People that play basketball in Nigeria, probably people that wear leggings for fashion, not because they need it, just for fashion. Or probably, wear the short leggings, but the long leggings, I thought only girls, only women could wear that, but I did not know that men wear it. I was freezing every single time I went outside when I first came here because I did not know. I wish I knew this. I would wear my jeans, I would be freezing, I would see people standing outside, smoking, talking, taking walks in winter. And I'm thinking, we have the same body. I know you guys have lived here for all your life, but how come I'm feeling extra cold? Until I figured out after a very long time that people wear leggings under their trousers, even under their sweatpants, people wear leggings. I wish I knew this. I had to suffer. I learned it the hard way. So when you're moving to Russia or you're moving to any cold country, make sure you get your leggings. It's very, very important. This is not a I'm not a girl. This is a girlish thing. No, it's not a girlish thing. This is about safety. This is about being healthy. This is about being warm. The thermal leggings, the thermal long sleeve that you have to wear inside. I did not know that this was a thing. I only wore these things during football games or football trainings in Nigeria when we had to train early in the morning and things like that when the weather is a bit chilly. But trust me, I did not know this. I wish I knew this back then, but now I'm letting you know. Make sure you get your leggings. It's not a thing of, it's a unisex thing here. Everybody has to wear leggings if you don't want to feel cold. If you're going outside, when you see the weather getting as close to -20, -15, now it's like -7. The snow outside is crazy. It's like it can get closer to your knees if you leave the snow. If you go outside now to see the snow. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. I will be able to make more videos like this if you tell me what you want to see next time. Please subscribe and like and let me know what you want to see next time. Cheers. Bye.